So hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm filming with the EM5 Mark III, the Olympus EM5 Mark III, and I just wanted to have a video where I tested out the different picture modes for vlogging or for videoing with. So basically at the moment this is what Olympus term the flat profile, where in actual fact in the menu settings it's the picture mode turned on. And then as well I will apply the LUT that Olympus provide to basically grade that footage, and then as well alongside that I'll also try my own grading, and I'll see from that hopefully what kind of grading I prefer. So yeah, it's glorious here at the moment. I was expecting by this time of the day for it to be actually raining, but so far the rain for the most part has held off. Yeah, so what I'll do now is, this is obviously flat picture mode, so I'll just switch it now to the actual normal profile, so natural I'm guessing, with this Olympus camera. Yeah, so this video now is being shot with just the Olympus normal kind of default natural mode. So the picture mode setting has been switched to off, so it's not giving me that flat profile, but hopefully it's still probably usable, maybe? I'm not sure. I haven't looked at it myself yet, so I'll be interested to see what the difference is between the two. So I'll just swizz this around a bit more, give you a bit of a pan while I'm here. Right, so now we're on Olympus picture mode off, and this time it's the muted kind of profile. And I just noticed that last bit of footage was shot as f9, so you probably got to see more of the church behind me than you're probably seeing now with this particular footage. So how is this footage looking compared to the natural picture profile and then also the flat picture profile? So what I'll do now is while I've been talking here, I would have put up kind of side-by-side comparisons of this footage to see what it actually looks like. And yeah, and I'll switch it back to f2.8 on the natural profile just to make it a little bit fairer between these comparisons. Yep, so we're back on natural profile now in the video front. So yeah, I'll be really interested to see what this looks like, because up until now I've just been using the flat profile, which I've actually really quite enjoyed using, and I've tried using the Olympus LUT before that they give you to basically grade that footage, but I haven't really been that impressed with it. So I'll be interested now that I've spent a little bit more time looking at these different video profiles to see which one I actually prefer using. So this is just natural, the picture mode is off. So then what I'll do now is, now I'm in this new location, I'll switch back to the flat profile that Olympus provides with the Olympus EM5 Mark III. Right, so we're back to the flat picture profile mode. So what I might just do here is I might just switch again back my Olympus EM1 Mark I, just so I can see the quality difference here between these two cameras. Yeah, so apologies about my glasses. But if I take them off, I probably could shoot a degree of vlogs this way, and but don't ask me to check to see whether I'm in focus or not, because even though I can see colours on the screen, I can't make out any particular shapes. But yeah, so I'll be really interested to see how this comparison is looking. Yeah, so now I've switched to my old Olympus EM1 Mark I, and I just wanted to test here, since I've got the EM5 Mark III. I've also changed the same settings on this camera as far as I could, just to see whether I could actually eliminate the hissing sound from the audio. So I wonder how well that's coming across now. I've got my Rode Wireless Go mic plugged into the camera, same as the Olympus EM5 Mark III configuration. So yeah, I'd be really interested to hear what this sounds like. There's a bit of road noise from the road alongside this church here in Dorset. So this is like a talking head, handheld, just probably about arm's length away with the 12-40 Pro lens on the camera. It's got no articulating screen, so I'm looking at the lens, which is good in one way, because if you have got a screen, you do find to be looking at the screen rather than the lens. I guess it's just practice, but yeah. So anyway, this is a talking head. I'll just swizz it around a bit now and just see how well the camera does it. I'm not using a tripod because I've got another adapter plate attached to my EM1 at the moment, so this is purely just being held in my hands. So I'll be interested to see how well this is actually doing. And it's quite nice light here actually. The sun is coming out periodically, so it's giving a good assessment of change light, I guess, with this camera. The video quality is not as good, I don't think, as the EM5 Mark III. You're limited to fine mode, 30 frames per second, full HD, whereas obviously with the EM5 Mark III you can actually go up to 4K and you can actually shoot it in full HD in super fine. So yeah, so I'll just be interested to see how the two compare. So anyway, so this is just a natural picture mode on the Olympus EM1 Mark I. It hasn't got a picture mode, or a picture mode that makes the footage look flat. So yeah, I'll be interested to see how this compares to the EM5 Mark III, even though I don't think it's going to be a very fair comparison, because there's about 6-7 years development time between these two cameras. So what I might just do now quickly as well with the EM1 Mark I is I'll just change the video picture mode to muted, just again so I can see whether there's any difference between its natural and its muted profile. I think that's enough recording from the EM1 Mark I, so I'll switch back now to the EM5 Mark III. So what I'll just do now is I'll put up a bit more kind of side-by-side comparison of all the picture modes that I've used today on the EM5 Mark III, as well as on my EM1 Mark I, and then I might just do a bit of B-roll as well, just to show off the camera and the churchyard using the various kind of picture modes and profiles that the camera has to grade its video output. And yeah, we'll see how it all looks. Right, so on the back of that footage, I actually thought that the Olympus EM1 actually did a pretty good job, apart from the fact that it couldn't really focus on my face that well compared to the Olympus EM5 Mark III. So what I thought I'd just do to tack on to this video is just try a little bit more experimentation with the EM1. So anyway, it's quite ironic that I'm here filming this little segment in the grounds of Laycock Abbey here in Wiltshire, the home of the Talbot family, and he was one of the early pioneers of photography really, and he was the one who came up with the actual photographic negative process and the negative itself. So yeah, it's well worth a visit, and it's free if you're a National Trust member here in the UK. So back to the test. So this is currently set at continual autofocus with an aperture of f2.8, and I've got face detect on. What I was going to do is I was just going to basically try and switch to manual focus in a minute and see whether I can set that up correctly. I'll switch it back to autofocus and we'll try some different face detect modes. This is now face and eye detect on, and again, I've got my glasses on and it's probably a bit dark because of the bright conditions. So that was probably going to be a good challenge for this mode. I don't want to take my glasses off because it's not routinely what I'm going to be doing out in the field, because obviously I need my glasses to do my photography. So this is just face and eye detect on, and I'll just move the camera around just to see. Right, so I've now switched it to face and right eye detection. So how's this looking? Is this doing a better job than it was before? So if I just move around a little bit as well, try and get the autofocus to mess up like it did in Holness Church in the earlier part of this footage. I'll be really interested to see actually how well this holds up, because I was quite impressed with the actual footage straight out of the camera, and this is on the muted profile at the moment. So this is the face detect right eye, so let's change it to the face detect left eye. Yeah, so this is now just the normal face detect at eye priority and left eye, so it should hopefully be tracking this eye, but I'm not sure how well it's going to do with it being behind glasses. So yeah, I'll carry on there moving around, try and give it a bit of a hard target to aim for. It probably doesn't help when I turn my head as well. It probably really confuses the camera. So what I'll just do now is I'll switch it just back to face detection and see how well it does. So this is just face detection now, so no eye priority, which is probably for the best because, like I said, my glasses probably do obscure the lens from seeing into my eye, especially because it's probably quite dark now. So how is this face detection only working with the Olympus EM1? And like I've said in a previous video, I have used this camera before for vlogging, but I didn't seem to get very good results with the audio, with it being hissing. But as I've kind of found a feature now on the Olympus EM5 Mark III, I've done the same. Whoa. Yeah, so I'll be interested to see how this face detect is working. What I might just do finally is turn face detect off and see how well that copes. Yeah, so I think that's enough rabbiting on now for this video. I'll probably just put up some text kind of overlay just to kind of highlight my conclusions from reviewing this footage in terms of seeing what combination works best, both from an Olympus EM5 Mark III perspective, but also from an Olympus EM1 perspective as well. At this point in time, there's not enough advantage of the EM5 Mark III over the EM1 Mark I, in my opinion, so I am quite tempted to sell the Mark III EM5 camera to fund my next camera purchase. So anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.